Naku po mga kapatid, no, nanganganib mga kapatid ang ating internet, no. Pag-usapan natin 'to.
I'm just a young nigga chillin' on it. First time I seen ice was a
Ayon sa isang report mula rito sa First Post, yan kung nababasa ninyo, Iran threatens undersea cables. Alam nyo ba mga tol, na yung internet natin ay hindi naman talaga nanggagaling dun sa satellite, kundi doon sa undersea, yung mga kable sa ilalim ng dagat. No, kaya nga yung mga flat earthers, hindi sila naniniwalang bilog ang mundo at dahil dun sa mga satellite daw na umiikot sa buong mundo ang dahilan kung bakit meron tayong internet. Meron tayong mga kable na nagkokonekta at nasa ilalim yan ng dagat. So ayon dito sa report mga tol, no, mula rito sa First Post, sabi rito, basahin natin Iranian state-linked media has warned of potential attacks on undersea cables in the Persian Gulf, shifting focus from oil to the invisible infrastructure power the global internet. These submarine cables carry emails, banking transactions, napaka-importante nito mga tol, and most global data traffic. Key routes run through the Strait of Hormuz, a major digital choke point serving Gulf nations. Any disruption could trigger widespread outages, financial instability, and even geopolitical escalation. Past incidents in the Baltic and Red Seas show such risks are real. For data-heavy economics like India, heavily reliant on these networks, even limited damage could disrupt services, slow connectivity, and impact millions within minutes. Mga tol, napakalaki na magiging epekto nito. Biruin mo, emails, banking transactions, di ba? So panoorin natin tong balita mula rito sa First Post. Syempre magbibigay lang po tayo ng reaction dito. So kumbaga parang eto naman ngayon yung parang tinitignan ng Iran as target. Iran threatens undersea cables. Baka putulin nila. Yan cable disruption risk looms. Bakit importante ang undersea cables at bakit ito napaka-critical? Ito yung nagkokonekta sa ating lahat Is your internet at risk?
The Iranian media has just put out a chilling warning. And this time, it is not about oil. It is not about tankers. It is about the invisible cables that keep the world running. The cables that carry your emails, your bank transactions, your video calls, and 95% of global internet traffic.
Pakinggan ninyo mga tol, sabing ganon, etong cable na to ang nagdadala ng ating mga email, banking transactions, which is napaka-importante lalo na sa panahon ngayon mga tol, 'di ba? Video call. Pag nagbi-video call mga kapatid, hindi nagagaling sa satellite pala, no? Ito yung nagdadala, etong undersea cable na to. Ano pa yung sinasabi rito? And 95% of global internet. So, kung ito'y tatargetin mga tol ng Iran, ito hindi na langis ang usapan kasi biruin mo, ito langis, naapektuhan na yung energy natin. Paano pa kaya pag naapektuhan na yung communication natin na napaka-importante din?
I'm talking about undersea cables or submarine cables. The warning came from Tasnim News Agency, an Iranian state-linked outlet. The message was pointed. It says, I'm quoting, simultaneous damage to several major cables could trigger severe outages across the Persian Gulf.
Nako, ito na, the Times of India. Iran's IRGC warns it may cut undersea internet cables in Persian Gulf, what it may mean for internet users across the globe. Ayon sa Times of India, Iran's IRGC, mga tol, military ng Iran yan, warns it may cut undersea internet cables in Persian Gulf. What it may mean for internet users across the globe. Simultaneous damage to several major cables, whether through accident or deliberate action could trigger severe outages across the Persian Gulf, the agency said. Nako po.
The report mapped key undersea cables running through the Strait of Hormuz. It made mentions of several Gulf countries, the UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, and Saudi Arabia,
Yun yung mga
who rely
apektuhan.
heavily on these maritime cables.
Ooh.
The report
Yun muna yung mga maapektuhan, no?
framed these landing stations as potential pressure points. Now, let me explain why this deserves your attention. When you send a message to someone, when you transfer money or stream a video on your phone, where does that data go? It flows underwater through the submarine cables. They are laid under the sea, on the ocean floor. They use fiber optic light signals to carry global data traffic, which is basically transforming information into light and then sending it through cables. These cables work faster than satellites. They connect continents worldwide. And now, someone is talking about cutting them.
Nako.
Let's talk about why this matters beyond West Asia. The Strait of Hormuz, you know it as the world's most critical oil choke point. But it is something else too. It's a digital choke point. It has a dense web of fiber optic cables beneath its waters. They carry an estimated 17 to 30% of regional internet traffic.
Uy, grabe.
They power the AI infrastructure hubs of the UAE and Saudi Arabia, the ones backed by tech giants Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. If these cables snap, and I mean if even some of them snap, the damage won't stay in the Gulf. Targeting them may result in a wider conflict, dragging in more countries like the EU, the Gulf states. Stock markets could freeze,
No.
banking systems could falter,
Nako.
payment networks could fail.
Nako.
Within minutes, your entire digital life could be disrupted.
Nako.
And this is not theoretical. We've seen this before. Undersea cables have been targeted time and again. Back in 2024, NATO reported cable cuts between Finland and Germany and Sweden and Lithuania.
Maritime Group.
Grabe, sobra pala. Magiging talagang... Kumbaga, totoo mga tol yung sinasabi ni Einstein na kung sakasakali daw magkakaroon ng World War III. Kung sakasakali, sabi ni Einstein. Tapos, masusundan pa ng World War IV, is maghahampasan na lang daw ng patpat eh. Ibig sabihin, babalik tayo sa Stone Ages eh. Kasi talagang matindi pwedeng mapinsala, matindi pwedeng masira. Kasi yung mga teknolohiya o armas na meron ng sangkatauhan ngayon ay hindi mo pwedeng ikumpara sa armas na meron noong World War I at saka World War II. Mas delikado ngayon mga tol. Diba? Lalo na ngayon ang ating daigdig tumatakbo na sa pamamagitan ng internet, tumatakbo na mga tol sa pamamagitan ng AI o ng katulad ng mga nabanggit, emails, bank transfer, transactions, money transfer, yung mga video call kung kailangan nating makipag-usap sa mga mahal natin sa buhay sa ibang bansa, 'di ba? Hindi na tulad dati kasi sulatan, 'di ba? Hindi na ganoon ngayon, email na mga tol. Pero kung sakasakaling yun nga ipupunteryahin, napakalaking pagbabago at napakalaki talaga magbabago. Stock market daw magfe-freeze, no? So matindi mga tol ang pwedeng sapitin kapag lumala pa ang gera talaga.
2024 and 2025, undersea cables in the Red Sea were damaged amid regional tensions. Internet speeds dropped, services went down, repairs took months because ships couldn't safely access the area. Yemen's Houthi rebels have threatened this infrastructure before. And just recently, the UK Defense Secretary revealed that 3 Russian submarines conducted a covert operation around cables and pipelines north of the UK. A British warship and aircraft were deployed.
So ito yung kailangan talagang bantayan ngayon, no? Ng mga submarine. Ito yung pinakakailangan bantayan talaga.
In response to the Russian submarines, I can confirm that I deployed our armed forces to track and to deter any malign activity by these vessels. A Royal Navy warship and Royal Air Force P-8 aircraft, alongside allies, ensured that the Russian submarines were monitored 24/7.
24/7.
The Akula submarine subsequently retreated home, having been closely tracked throughout, and we continue to monitor the 2 Gugi submarines in and around wider UK waters.
Back then, Moscow was sending a signal. The same kind of signal Iran appears to be sending now. The playbook is the same: target what you can't see, cut what you can't defend. And here's the part that hits close to home: India. We are one of the world's largest consumers of data, with over 800 million internet users, falling just behind China. Our IT sector, digital payments, and AI-powered economy depend enormously on these very cables. Landing stations in Oman, the UAE, and Pakistan are also on the same fragile network. A disruption means slower internet for millions, unreliable cloud services, broken payment systems, and a direct blow to India's booming digital economy. So here's the uncomfortable truth: undersea cables are nearly impossible to monitor. They are incredibly hard to protect.
Nako.
And in a region where tensions are already at a boiling point, even accidental damage could trigger consequences.
Ito pala yung isa sa mga pinakamahirap protektahan. Nearly impossible to monitor, sabing ganun. At isa ang India sa nakikinabang, mga tol, second to China. Pero syempre, kung ito'y pakinabangan din ng China, baka sakaling pwede pigilan ng China to kasi sila isa sa mga technology na nagde-develop ngayon no? Isa sila sa mahihirapan dyan. Dito nga lang sa langis di ba? Apektado sila dyan lalo pa kaya pagdating sa internet. Dalawa ngayon yan, importante sa buhay natin ngayon. Di ba? Yung internet, dahil nga lahat, kumikilos na lahat, gumagalaw na sa pamamagitan ng internet, payment system, 'di ba, banking system, yung mga stocks, lahat yan internet, mga tol Babalik tayo sa mabagal na ikot ng mundo, yung tipong sulatan. Pero mahirap pa rin, mga tol, hindi basta-basta makaka-move ng ganong kadali, 'di ba? Kaya kailangan talaga maprotektahan 'yan. Ano ang inyong masasabi tungkol dito, mga tol? Pwede kayong magbigay ng inyong sariling komentaryo sa ibaba.